Okay, so in this video, we're going to be talking about Ignition Model's latest drops that they just did. Not too many on the forefront of the traditional drops that they do in 18 scale, because remember guys, they don't do 43 and they don't really do 64 at all anymore, so strictly 18 scale. The first one up, we have a Nissan 400R in white. This one has white wheels on it, and it actually does not cater to the original 400R that I think we all know. The next one is going to be a deep marine blue version, which is I think just a new color variant. It almost looks like midnight purple, but not really. It's got more of a blue to it. And then the other one is going to be a dark gray metallic version with actually the polished lip setup, which is something that we are more accustomed to on that 400R, and that was part of the original release actually last year or maybe 2 years ago when they did the white, the yellow, the red. But these are just different variants of that, and of course, as you guys know, this is just part of IG redoing their tooling and releasing it. I feel like it's kind of too early for them to start releasing this stuff, especially since it's only been out for like a year or two. Traditionally, I would think that you'd want to wait and let the market do its thing in terms of, you know, people getting their stuff, and then maybe even just re-release the same thing in order to capitalize on the fact that, you know, a lot of people missed out on it and they don't want to spend the extra money for scalper pricing, for example. And it's actually a really good way to confuse all the scalpers that are out there is by putting out discontinued items and allow the market to readjust per se. And I mean, I don't want that to be some common practice that's across the board. You know, every year we're going to do the same thing. What I mean is I think the company should wait a while, maybe 5 years. I'm just throwing a number out there. Let me know what you guys think in terms of that. But I think it would make more sense for companies to wait, re-release stuff. No big deal. Yeah, it may suck because the value of your model cars is not going to go up or something. But again, my personal preference is that I don't collect based on the value of a car. I just collect it because I like it. And if I've already got one from the initial release and IG decides to release it 5 years later, it does absolutely nothing to me because I've already got it. And if I don't have it, I have a chance to get it. So it's perfect for me and not have to pay that incredible scalped pricing. The other one that they have is a DC2, actually a Honda Integra Type R. This is in black with an aftermarket wing. They've been releasing quite a few of these variants so far. This one actually looks very similar to one that they've released already. Maybe even as a special event model, I'm not sure. But moving on, of course, you got to have the RWB, the 997. Two versions of that. You're going to get it in blue, and you're going to get it in that like Tiffany green color. Tiffany blue color, actually. I don't know why they're calling it green. Let me know if that makes any sense to you in terms of the color. The wheel option is kind of weird too. It's got white wheels, but they're like almost yellowish, I want to say, which is quite strange. Maybe that's how it is in real life. I don't keep up with a lot of the RWB builds, so I'm not really too sure what all variations and combinations exist. And the last two are actually going to be Mark IIs with the aftermarket tidbits from Vertex. You got the black with the gun metallic two-tone going on, and you've got the dark green with the gun metallic going on. So nice to see some different combinations of that. I don't know how many Mark II fans exist, especially in the US. And one little thing about some of these model cars is that it's hard to sell everything because some of these releases, some models are just not as popular here in the States versus maybe in Japan and vice versa. For example, some of the Velfires, Alphards from Toyota are a little bit harder to sell here. Very few people enjoy that type of stuff. But I think the Mark II also falls under that category where it's not as many enthusiasts here in the States, I feel like, that would want a model car version. Maybe they want the real car version, which is fine, but the model car version, just not something that's too popular. But that's what we have for Ignition Model. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. And as always, these will be available for pre-order on the website. So go check it out. I'll put the link down in the description below.